Well, it's been 3 weeks since Universal Great Britain has been confirmed here in the UK, and 3 weeks later, prior to that announcement, we've already had discussions a little bit about the future expansion of the park for the next 100 years. Welcome back to Theme Park Thrills, where we're back with another episode on this Universal Great Britain series. I wasn't sure when the next episode was going to be, because with something like this, especially when construction isn't actually ongoing, it's very much just kind of as and when any sort of news breaks and things like that. So that is when an episode was to come out. And I wasn't expecting to make this one, but we've had a little bit of an article come out from the BBC, a little bit about the future expansion of this park. Now obviously it's meant to start construction next year, open hopefully in 2031, but yeah, we've already seen stuff about the expansion of the park for the next 100 years. It's a long time, isn't it?
Yeah,
We won't be alive.
long gone by then.
Yeah, so by the sounds of it, we'll go through it in a minute. It very much sounds like they're going to add more and more stuff to this park, as I say, over the next 100 years. And maybe in 100 years, that'll be when the park is fully done for people to enjoy. So obviously, we saw the concept art. Here it is a few weeks ago. I mean, that in itself looks like a great park with a few different areas. If you are not sure what themed areas you think might be in the park, go and check out our other videos on this, and we do go through what we think we could be seeing in that park. But yeah, there's going to be more to add to that park by the sounds of it. Now, BBC dropped this article a few days ago, I think. So I'll put everything up on the screen for you. So here is the title for it: Universal hints at century-long plans for the UK park. And there is the concept art course which we got a few weeks ago, and you can read out the next bit. This is I think, what's his name? I forgot, but I think it's the CEO of Universal and like Destinations and Experiences, I think it is. But yeah, he did an interview, I assume, with the BBC, and this is sort of what he had to say.
A new theme park is just the start of Universal's century-long plans for its UK site. The company's president has said the US firm bought a former brickworks near Bedford.
That's the site. The site used to be like a brickworks like site, and
which it plans to transform into a 476-acre attraction that will draw 8.5 million annual visitors by 2031. We look at these. So this is the quote, as what he said.
Paige Thompson.
Did it say that? Oh yeah. Said Paige Thompson. Yeah. We look at these projects as really long-term projects. Said Paige Thompson, president of the new ventures at Universal Destinations and Experiences, speaking for the first time since the announcement. And he said they're trying to think about the next 100 years.
100 years. That's a long time. 100 years. That's a lot of investment into the park. I mean, looking at the concept art, there's definitely room for more stuff. I don't know about 100 years worth, but I suppose things could come out. And
I saw somewhere that they're trying to, like, certain bits that they, like, some areas they want to just swap out every 2 years and keep changing them every 2 years.
Or they could buy more land, potentially, as well.
They said there is land that they have bought that they're not using yet.
Maybe that, yeah. Or, I mean, I don't know. It hasn't really said anything about a second park. You never know about that. Maybe I'll read this bit. He added that we have a lot more land that we intend to develop. There you go. In ways that bring more people to the area and hopefully is beneficial for everybody. Phase 1 of this project is the theme park, a 500-room hotel, some restaurants that people can visit without buying a theme park ticket, so that's the City Walk presumably. This is just the start of the development in the Bedford area on our land that we are going to own. So,
we
well,
see
it
a
says
hotel first.
he says that going to own, so maybe that suggests that they're going to get more land around it. Essentially. You can do that. Well, you can go up to there and then up.
Okay. This is probably our real destination in Europe, and we do expect to draw from all over Europe.
I mean, that sort of suggests that this is going to be the only Universal Park in Europe.
Yeah,
I assume.
Yeah, probably. In fact, we expect our first year to be that about 30% of our visitors will come from outside of the UK. So we think we're going to be a major drive for tourism in the country.
A country with population. Oh, hold on. This is a little. I mean, I have read this, and this is a little bit of a dig to the other parks in the UK. I think a country with the population and tourist visitation of the UK should have probably 3 of the top 25 theme parks in the world. Right now, they don't have any, and our smallest park that we operate anywhere in the world draws 9 million people. So we feel very confident that demand is there. So
Yeah, you got a point.
yes, it sounds like a bit of a dig at all of Merlin. Let's be honest. There, and that is pretty much.
But top
everything
3 though,
is
who
said.
could you talk about? Alton Towers, Thorpe Park.
But they're probably
Blackpool.
not. They're probably not in the top 25 theme parks
No,
in the world.
but I assume that's who he's talking about.
Probably, yeah, because that is the biggest parks in the UK.
Yeah.
And he obviously thinks that they're not good enough for the UK, which is probably true. We don't have loads of great parks to be, really, and this is obviously going to change that, that's for sure.
But then you've got America.
Yeah, I mean, America got loads, so it's great to see something like this park. Like when we go to this park, I'll just be thinking, I won't believe I'm in the UK. I don't think. It'd be weird to think I'm only like 2 hours away from
Apart from
home.
the point where it's 4 degrees and
Yeah,
chucking
that's
it down
true.
with rain.
Yeah. So I did actually get the concept art and kind of highlight on there the areas that I think could be for expansion. Now this is obviously only the concept art. There could be other areas that we can't see as well. But I'll get this up and we'll have a little look at that. Okay, so obviously you've seen this concept art probably a lot of times now. I'm not gonna lie. And as we said all the way through, it looks like an amazing park, but by the sounds of it, we're going to get even more to this park. Now, I'd say the 2 main areas, and we did actually go over this a little bit in the first. That was a really loud swallow.
Was
Good
it?
job we don't have a microphone on. So I would say these, where the mouse is, these 2 areas are sort of the main ones. And I think we did mention them in the first episode. I think we did. We might have been off camera. I can't remember. But I mean, they're big plots of land there.
Yeah, I think this one on the left was supposed to
Yeah, that's probably the
be
biggest
the main
space
one, yeah. And this one above, they were looking
Yeah, I mean-
over these 2 here.
You don't know how far that one at the top goes back. The same with this one on the right hand side and the one at the bottom as well. So you know that could be a massive bit of land.
It's like a whole nother field.
Yeah, well, exactly. There you go. So that would be really good to see. Now the one next to the big Back to the Future coaster potentially, there is presumably going to be car park down there where the mouse is.
Yeah.
So maybe not the biggest area.
That park's very big, does it?
No, but
Probably should extend it, like.
I reckon
all
it
the
will
way.
go down there.
Yeah.
It's gonna have to be a big car park. There's just no way it can't.
Well, there's
be.
enough for the hotel there.
Yeah,
I assume.
Yeah, I assume that's just hotel parking really, down there. So yeah, you've got about 5 areas of land where they could build on just in this concept art. As we said, there could be more that we can't see here, or they could buy more land as well. Now, I mean, I struggle to think of 5 different lands that they could do. I mean, Harry Potter straight away comes to mind. It's obviously not in this concept art already,
That would be good.
but I could definitely see them adding that
Yeah.
to this somewhere. Maybe
Like Monsters Inc. Is that-
Monsters
is that
Inc?
Universal.
is it Pixar?
Oh,
They could do that though, potentially.
yeah. Well, yeah, they have Warner Bros.
Yeah.
Stuff, don't they?
So I was thinking Harry Potter, potentially Monsters Inc. or something. Now BBC, check out who?
B-movie.
B movie, yeah. Check out the other. If you check out the other video, or if you've seen it, you might remember that we said about BBC saying there's going to be Lord of the Rings in this park.
That makes sense.
I can't actually figure out where that would be in this concept art. I don't know about you. It's not very obvious. So either it is on there, it's just not very obvious, or maybe
Maybe an indoor area.
I think that's Jurassic World.
Yeah.
but maybe it's a case of it's going to be added to the park in the next 100 years, potentially, in one of these areas. So maybe that. Wallace and Gromit, I'd love to see Wallace and Gromit. There's a little bit of a shame that it's not going to be there already. But as long as it comes in the time that I'm alive, that's fine. So maybe that. And I mean, there's a few other stuff. I mean, if you've got any ideas, Doctor Who, maybe that'd be a good one. Doctor Who, that's very English. If you have any ideas of what other lands could come to this park that aren't already on the concept art, do let us know. So drop that in the comments below. So yeah, that's a little look there of where kind of future expansion could be in the park from what we can see, and a little think about what could come with that expansion, what themes. Right, so very exciting stuff there with the expansion of this park. Obviously, from the concept art, the park looked really good already, and it's already really exciting with what we're getting. But the fact that we've got 100 years worth of investment into this park is even more exciting as well, because we're going to see the park just get better and better every couple of years, actually. Because if you haven't checked out Digital Dan and Phil Ryder's podcast, essentially The Field, go and do that. They mentioned about expansion potentially every 2 years, didn't they? So that'd be really good to see. Like, that is pretty frequent investment.
Yeah, it's pretty extreme, isn't it?
Yeah, if that were to happen, obviously we will see. But a little bit on the transport to the park. Obviously, a few weeks ago, I think it was like a week or so before the park got announced, I think the government agreed this thing with Luton Airport that it was going to get another runway. Did you see about that? Obviously, that is the closest major airport to Bedford, and yeah, they've had planning permission agreed and everything for a second runway, I think it is, second or third runway. When that happened, that was kind of a big thing, because it sort of points towards potentially something like this happening, which of course it did. But in terms of getting to the park by rail, would you like to read out the first 2 minutes? This is the mayor of Bedford.
He said, "It does mean for the residents of Wixons a small pause while they get a very, very large four-platform train station that will even have a roof, I'm told. But I'm also told they're probably thinking of bringing trains from further afield than London, possibly even abroad. Currently, the Euro..."
I was going to read that bit.
Oh, go on.
Currently, a Eurostar service runs from Europe to London by the Channel Tunnel with a stop at Marne la Vallée Jessie Station near Disneyland Paris. If we get the platforms right so that a certain train can come all the way from France, that does ease a lot of problems, and I'm looking forward to it. So still Wooton. So yeah, there's a potential idea there of how to get to the park by train. So yeah, that'd be good to see, the fact that the Eurostar could run all the way to Bedford. I wouldn't have expected that a year ago. So that would be good, and that would probably go down with everyone, really, because I don't see a reason why it shouldn't happen. But I suppose we'll see with that one, so that'd be good, because you can get from like Disneyland Paris, another really good park in Europe, all the way to what would probably be the best in Europe, Universal Great Britain. So a quick update there from some of the transport to Universal Great Britain, obviously by train, and that little bit at Luton Airport as well. But the main thing was, of course, about the expansion of the park in the next 100 years, which is a long time. I thought 6 years was a long time for the park to initially be built, but obviously it's going to be expanded on every couple of years, hopefully, for the next 100 years, which is a very long time. We probably won't see the park fully complete, fully complete, where everything's there that they want to have there. So that'd be very exciting. It's all very exciting, and hoping to see some of the themes like Harry Potter and Wallace and Gromit would be good in that expansion process. And it's good to hear that Universal are taking it very seriously about this long-term kind of future for this project. So yeah, stay tuned for all the updates on this project coming up. Hopefully we'll be down at the site at some point soon. Obviously, once construction starts, we'll be there more often, so we start to see. Right now, there's not loads going on, but we'll try and get down there at some point. hopefully soon. So stay tuned for all of that, and of course all of our other videos on the channel. And yeah, make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.